Hi folks, well we've come to an end of another week of the coronavirus situation here in Cobb County. I'm outside the Marietta Square where maybe there's a bit more activity today than there has been in recent weeks. This was a day when some businesses were supposedly allowed to reopen once again. That may be what leads to a little uptick in activity. And in the coming week, restaurants and some other places also will be allowed to resume some of their opening hours. Although, quick survey around the square, not a lot of restaurants really planned on changing much of their operation. Earlier today, Chairman Mike Boyce was at the Emergency Operations Center. That center's been open throughout this crisis. He jumped on what's become a regular teleconference phone call with mayors in the cities of Cobb County, talking about the current situation, how their operations are going, comparing notes on things like opening parks and facilities. And we had a chance on speaking with the chairman right after that call.
It reflects our continued commitment on the part of the county and all the mayors also, that we continue to work together as a family, that we're all trying to walk together and comply with the governor's orders on the reopening of the businesses, and also the other measures that his order covers. The second thing, it shows our commitment at the county to keep them involved in the communications and information loop, so that whatever we're doing here, even if they're not a direct benefit of it, they're certainly impacted by our actions here. And it shows that we're really sensitive to this relationship, and by having a continuous discussion with them. And third of all, it lets us to have an idea of what we're going to be doing in the future, and that we continue to work together various at our staff levels and also at the elected level of official levels to work together to get through this pandemic, which we're all growing increasingly aware of. This is going to last a long time. We're in it for the long haul. But the longer we work, the better we work together, the better we'll be able to get through this, and the sooner also.
And one of the commonalities between the county and the cities is some of the parks are now being reopened. Once again, here in Cobb County, Silver Comet Trail, two of our other major trails, and our passive parks. Those are parks in the county that don't have tennis courts, softball facilities, playgrounds, places where people gather. Those passive parks have been reopened this weekend for people to enjoy, as long as they can keep that social distancing, all of those public health guidelines that we've been hearing all about over the past several weeks.
Well, we got one more month under our belt of what we know about the virus. We're better informed. So because we have that, we're now more confident about the measures that we're taking that are going to make sure that we're not adversely impacting our efforts to mitigate the spread of this virus. And the second part is that the people in Cobb County, if you give them the facts, they will do the right thing. They're reasonable people. And I'm confident that as we loosen up the restrictions on the park, they'll take the responsible steps to make sure that they take these health precautions with confidence, and also with a great deal of trust.
So then the question is, we're slowly apparently heading back to what will eventually be some sort of new normal. What about the county government and the operations? Cobb County has remained in limited operation services mode now for many, many weeks. That means some of the services that you normally depend on for the county have been either not occurring or occurring at a much slower or different pace than you are used to. And we've been having a constant series of meetings about how to bring the county government back online, maybe as early as mid-May, should the situation continue as it is continuing. And we will only do so in a methodical and safe fashion.
Well, I've always said a long time ago that the biggest compliment you can pay us here at the county is if you don't know who we are. That's because we're doing our job. And for the last 6 weeks, almost 2 months now of this pandemic, we have been able to continue the service of the government. They're still running in the background. But I think it's also important to remember that there are a lot of people out there who are the front line. It's not just your public safety, it's also your code enforcement, also your water department. There are so many people that are still doing things every day and taking a risk by going out into this environment that has the virus. And I want to not only compliment them, but commend them for their courage and commitment to making sure that you can still live in a county that has the best opportunity to safely work, live, play, and pursue your dreams.
So getting back to normal, at least from the county government point of view, will be a slow and methodical and safe process, hopefully, as we go forward in the coming weeks. One of the good aspects of this entire situation has been everybody in Cobb County that has stepped forward to help out. There's just been an ongoing series of people who have been volunteering or donating or doing things like making masks. I'm working on a video now that I hope to post in a day or two about all the groups that are making masks not only for our first responders, but for those in the healthcare industry. Today, Meals on Wheels, they were back at it at Senior Services. Our folks volunteering to help keep that program going, keep some of the seniors in this county fed. We had donations from Must Ministries today, help from Tropical Smoothie Cafe, and a lot of other donations from the community that are helping keep our seniors fed. That's the good part of the whole thing. You want to know when we get back to normal and how we'll get there? Keep monitoring our webpage, cobbcounty.org/COVID-19. In the meantime, be safe.